One of my favorite areas in coin collecting is the Franklin half-dollar series. It's 3/4 of a century old, excessively rare when you compare it to things on either side of it, earlier and later, yet they're still affordable today. Well, tonight we're bringing out the last 4 years in proof in '68, and the price, well, you're not going to believe it. And that price is, we are under $100, and we're way under $100 at the price of just $59.95. So let's take a second and just talk about the Franklin half-dollar series. Franklin half-dollar was introduced in 1948. It replaced the Walking Liberty half-dollar. At that time in history, Franklin was the very first ever non-president in a circulating U.S. coin. We had the Lincoln cent, Jefferson nickel, Roosevelt dime, right? Washington quarter. And now we had the Franklin, so a non-president. Big deal at this time in history. Big deal. The series went through 1963, where unfortunately, due to the events of late 1963 and the assassination of President Kennedy, we had the Kennedy half-dollar in 1964. So all of them are presidents all of a sudden, right? The unique thing is the U.S. Mint did not make proofs available to the American public in 1948. They didn't start making proof sets available to the public until 1950. So proofs are 14 years in the Franklin series. Uncirculated coins are 16 years, just one of those things. Tonight, these are the last 4 years. Now, the only place these come from is polypack proof sets, which is the proof set style used at the time. When the San Francisco Mint took over in 1968, we had the hard plastic. Prior to that, it was Philadelphia, and they were a polypack put in an envelope. So as a result, high-end quality stuff is just missing in the marketplace. And let me just talk about that for a second as well. So proof is a method of manufacture. It's how they make something. A regular coin is struck once, put into circulation. A proof, as I referenced earlier, is made for collectors. It's our coin. They polish the dies, they polish the piece of metal, in this case, the half-dollar blank, and then they slap it twice under enormous pressure, giving it that beautiful mirrored background on all these vintage Philadelphia proofs. Now again, we're in 2024 right now. So look at these. They're upwards of 3/4 of a century old, and they look gorgeous, just as nice as the coins we see today. With all that said, and the grade being a 68, and there are no 70s. So the finest known is a 69. And most of those are in the $400 to $700 price range, based upon where you're able to find the coin. So when we can bring out 68s at only $59.95 each, it is an outstanding opportunity, a beautiful time to get in, not only on some rarity, but some high-end quality. Now, traditionally, normally, you see us talking about 67 and higher in the Franklin series, in the proof series. My competition sells 67s for more than we're selling the 68s tonight. They're at 69 and 79 for these 4 years, respectively. My competition sells the exact same coins you're seeing on your screen. They had a flash sale in the last week in one of their shows, a highlighted item, and they were at $99.95. Look at our price tonight. We're at $59.95. Now, the choice again is your choice, which means let's just say you have the 63 already. You got our 63, 64 combo ones. Well then, 60, 61, 62 are open, unless you wanted a duplicate in the 63s, and there's nothing ever wrong with having multiples of a really good thing. Now let's talk outright rarity, because the numbers are staggering on these 4 proof sets. I'm going to bring out 3 numbers. The first number is going to be how many proof sets they made. The second number is going to be 67 and higher. And then it's going to be the third number is going to be 68 and higher. And it's just because the numbers are just so special. They made 1.6 million proof sets in 1960. That's where these came from. In 67 grade, there are 27,036 coins. Beautiful coin, very special. But in 68 grade, there's only 9,161 known. We're talking almost 18,000 coins less from a 67 to a 68. That's how special 68s are. It's just compounding on how rare they really are. 1961, 3 million proof sets. 36,900 in 67 or higher, and we're at 12,068 in 68. We're talking almost 25,000 coins different between one to the next. 1962 was right on the same par. We looked at 3.2 million proof sets, 34,000 and change versus 12,400. That's 21,000 coin difference. In 1963, the last of all the proof Franklins, we're looking at another 3 million sets made that year. 44,000 to 17,000. We're talking 27,000 coin difference. So the jump from one grade to the next is always a significant price structure. Quality as you get closer and closer to the perfection. And again, in these four coins, perfection is a 69. There are no 70s in the last 39 years graded by NGC in the Franklin series these 4 years. So you can get a 68 with my competition's $100 price compared to a 69 at that $400 to $600 range I was referencing. Not a bad buy, not a bad buy at all. But tonight, if you can look at our numbers, not $99, we're $40 less each coin. Heck, one of our competitors has these coins in capsules, 9 grades lower, just regular capsules cut out of the proof set. And they're in the low 80s per coin. We're selling you some of the finest for less. Guys, let's put a 30-second clock up, please. Lots of activity, lots of everybody buying all four. A few people are buying singles. I can see that, and I want to say thank you to all. When you get these, you are going to be hooked. And that's not a bad problem to have, because they are very rare, very special coins. Yet they're affordable today. A Kennedy $50 from last year, a silver high end, which today is a 70. Are they under $150? That was last year's silver $50. These are 3/4 of a century ago. And look at the numbers as I referenced, 9,100, 12,000, 12,000, 17,000, known to exist out of 3 million sets. That's something special. And at $59.95, you can join us.